Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. I apologize for being late. I had an appointment today, as you guys know, and so far so good. So, I'm going to try out some new medication and see if that seems to have an effect. I did a little bit of color correction on this video, so you'll kind of have to let me know if it looks good. I'll be right back. 2 shakes. Alright, sorry about that. Today we're looking at a purplish bluish ink from Pennonia Balaton-Kek. Thanks go out to the OC Pen Club for providing the sample for this review. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on, let me see. Now that I look at the label, I might have gotten it from one of you guys. Pennonia. Zeus Molichen. Okay, well, if you guys send me if you guys happen to send me some ink, do me a huge favor and write it down on a 3-ring binder piece of paper and put it inside the package so that I can just be able to shove it in the binder and put your name at the top so I know who sent it. Pennonia. Oh dear. It says that I've reviewed all of these. Kek. Pennonia. Reservoirs copper. Pennonia, lavender, Kittinia Barna. Pennonia. Pelican. Okay, I don't know where I got this one, but I think that I got it from the OC Pen Club. I almost surely write them down. Sometimes the ink doesn't quite match up with the color that I put it as. So sometimes it takes me a little longer to figure out which one is where and what color family. So I apologize. If I don't do it now, I will probably not do it. I feel like I'm close. Oh well, anyway. Thanks go out to whomever sent me this sample for review. Sample came like this. Today's pens, I will be using the Serendipity with the oval broad nib and the Noodler's Conrad with the Fountain Pen Revolution Ultra Flex nib. Let's take a look at this ink. This ink is really nice. It's kind of a silvery purple, but it's got like this blue undertone. It's totally giving me haha vibes. Here is the ink swatch and water resistance test shows. It does have a little bit of water resistance, not quite enough that I would feel comfortable putting it on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Here's our toilet paper chromatography. I see that it does have a little bit of purple in it and a little bit of blue in it. And here is our ink painting of the day. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Let's do some paper review, shall we? Oh, but first, let's do a little writing sample. Can I put this? No. I can't put that on screen. That's a no-no. I can put this on screen. No, I can't put that on screen. Okay. Okay, I can put this on screen. Haha. Alright. Here we go. Let's take a look at this ink. This is Pennonia. I believe it's a Hungarian company. Pennonia Balaton-Kek. Okay. So there's what it looks like in the flex nib. Looks really nice, nice and dark. But then we put it in the oval broad nib. And it totally looks like haha vibes. Much different in color. I have no idea. I had no idea that it would have such a difference in the colorway. So, your mileage may vary. Okay, let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. Hopefully this won't be too bright. Okay, here we go. There is just a couple little wisps of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little tiny bit of heavy ghosting. Alright, this is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Had a time trying to get the ink to grab the page from the Noodler's Conrad, but as soon as I put it in the oval broad nib, you can see it was very cooperative. No feathering, normal amount of bleeding and ghosting for this page. Okay, this is Field Notes Journal. This is significant seepage. Feathered like a chicken, bled through the page. I have the coolest friends ever. My friend Andy made this really cool chicken for me with watercolor. That's supposed to be feathering like a chicken. Isn't that cool? I just love it. I can't get over it. I liked it so much that I put the tape on the back side so that way I could not muck up the front side of it. And then I can peel it down and look at it anytime I want to. And it's right here on my mirror. Right there on my mirror. Next to my best friend. Okay. Sorry. Hope I didn't make anybody sick just then. Okay. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. Feather like a chicken. Bled through the page. Fabriano Ecoqua 85 GSM. Beautiful shading. Total, you can see that there's like a haloing around the edges with different like colorway. It looks like pink in the middle and like blue on the outside. It looks super cool. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. A Yush 100 GSM paper. Again with the haloing around the outside and the light pinkness on the middle. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Moisture 1917. Oh my goodness. No feathering. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. Ow. Midori MD paper. I am going to scoot this over just a smidge. That's better. Midori MD paper. Beautiful shading. Tiniest bit of feathering. Oops. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. My freaking back hurts. Alright, this is Cosmo Air Light. 75 GSM. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. There, that did it. Alright, this is 52 GSM, Tomaway River. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. That journal from the Dollar Tree. Nice shading, a little bit of feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Marmon Nemosiny 80 GSM Dock Red. A little bit of feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford Optic Paper. A little bit of seepage. Beautiful shading, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of seepage. Beautiful shading. A little bit of feathering. No real bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. So Sorry. A little bit of seepage. Nice shading, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This says Up and Up Wide Rule Composition Book from Target.com. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of little tiny micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red Composition Book, Staples.com. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Apica, 81.4 GSM. It does look like it's trying to seep into the page. A little bit of micro feathering, but there's no one little tiny bit of bleeding and a little bit of ghosting. This is the Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tomoe River. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. A little bit of shading, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. A little bit of seepage, beautiful shading, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. Feather like a chicken, no bleeding, no ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. Beautiful shading, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Sheffield Home Paper Goods. A lot of feathering, bleeding, and ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Mead wide ruled notebook paper. Nice shading, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is 5-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Speckled notebook paper. And I don't see any feathering. A little bit of shading. No bleeding, no ghosting. Oops, my camera keeps trying to slide down. Alright, this is HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. A little bit of beautiful shading, a little bit of seepage, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Akabe cross-section pad, oops. Heavy on the seepage and feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. J&B copper plate graph pad from johnneilbooks.com. A little bit of spread, a little bit of ghosting. Uh-oh, did I not do this page? Give that a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, looking at original crown mill, 100 GSM paper. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of ghosting. Okay, let's do a comparison panel. To see where this ink lies. Okay. I think this is actually a blurple, but I do want to look at some like blue inks. I do want to look at haha. There's blue myosotis. No. Blue caprese. Aurora blue. Okay. And then let's take a look at some light blues. So you definitely want to see what it looks like next to haha. There's abalone. Another chroma shading ink. Okay, I can't find haha in here. It may be in the purple department. Okay, this is Danuvius Danube. Oops, I'm sorry, I banged this stupid thing. Neko Yanagi. There's Sailor Manu. Haha. Haha is way more bluer. One more sleep. Butterfly Nebula. Okay. Let's take a look at some purple inks. I need to like separate my purple inks into like purples and light purple, dark purple, magenta purple. This is Dominant Industry Pearlescent Dawn, Neko Yanagi, Violet Mascara. See, there's a magenta purple, way magenta purple, Bougainvillea. Where is it? I just passed it. It had to have. Maybe not. Maybe not. Barossa Gilt, no. Lamy Dark Lilac. And then like dusty purples. This is Pennonia Orgona Lilac. Troublemaker Foxglove. Violet Dreams, Memory Lane, Damson, Birmingham Wisteria, Diamond Nightshade, and that's really it for the purples that come anywhere near this ink. If you have any purples that you'd like to see this compared to, leave that in the comment section below. Well, what did you guys think of today's ink? Do you have this ink? Are you thinking thoughts about getting this ink? I don't know if it's available or not, so you'll just have to Google it and find out. Things are always changing, so that's all I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. If you haven't done so already, go check out the links in the doobly-doo. Check out my website, MissMarilynDarling.com. I am going to be announcing that next, let me see when. I haven't really worked out when yet. Maybe next week. Next week I'm going to be doing a little calligraphy class. So check out the Patreon for details on how you can join the calligraphy class. And if you're interested in saving 10% on your next purchase, check out the third link in the doobly-doo for Pen Boutique and save 10% on your next order. That's all I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Oh, gotta be bye. Have a great day.